station, Joy 99.7 FM. My name is Animwaa, Anim-Addo. And we'll be doing this until 8 o'clock. So don't go anywhere. Sit tight. And tonight promises to be very interesting. Have you ever cheated on your partner? Has your partner ever cheated on you? Are you guys still together? Did you break up? Or what did you do? I'd love to hear that. So let me just say that the text lines are open. It's 055 11 11997. So you answer those first two questions, and as the conversation is continuing, then you can join in with more of your thoughts. But I'd really like to know: have you cheated on your partner before? Has your partner cheated on you, and did you get through it, or how did you get through it? Tonight we're talking about recovering after infidelity, but we're taking it from this viewpoint. How do you gain your partner's trust back after cheating? And here in the studio to help me have that discussion, I don't even know how to introduce you guys again, but Esinam Batali and Adipa. Of course, regulars on Strong and Sassy. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
You have two mics. Only you.
Blame it on Abeku.
Is that okay? We're blaming it on Abeku. And thank you for joining us. I know you're tired.
Everybody is.
Yeah, no, but you look super tired tonight.
Yeah. When are you taking me out?
Hey, this is where it has reached.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, so Esinam, how are you? How's your week been?
I'm okay. My week has been good. I'm working on my play.
Oh yeah, that's
we'll be
true.
there.
Yes,
All of
yes.
us are mad.
We are all mad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's showing at the National Theatre 27th July. So
I'm gonna let you get away with promoting your play.
Yes, so
But
you're
of
going to
course, I
pay.
mean, we support our own. So Esinam's play, all of us are mad.
we are all mad.
First, I said we are all mad. We are all mad. It's on 27th July at the National Theatre. So pop in 4 o'clock and 8 o'clock.
7
right?
7 p.m.
7 o'clock. Okay.
Yes, 7.
All right. Cool. So, how do you gain your partner's trust back after cheating?
Nims.
Where should we even start from?
First of all, is it possible to
Yeah.
gain your partner's trust back?
And should you even try?
I think as humans as we are, and the cliched saying goes like, you don't know what you have until you lose it. So you get to the point where you commit a blunder and you're like, oh man, this person is likely to leave me. And so you would do anything you can. If the relationship was of value to you, that is literally the point where you realize that, oh, okay, I could be losing this. I could be losing the time I've invested in this union. I could be losing the effort I have put in, the person that I have grown with, and possibly has become my family. We've built a family together, or we've built something together. I'm likely to lose all of that. And then people try, okay, I have to make things work. I have to, try and fix it one way or another. So there is that tendency, but I don't think that it's possible to gain back the trust that is lost. I just see it as like a pot, right? A pot that breaks. It can be patched, but there will still be holes in there. Water, if you put water in it, it will still seep out one way or the other. I don't think you can fully gain back the trust that you lost when you cheated.
I was going to be philosophical, but it's okay.
What do you the philosophy
No,
names?
you know that there's this Japanese, I think it's called kintsugi, something like that. So it's the Japanese art form of molding broken pots with gold. So where the cracks were, they put gold inside.
Right.
And it's said to represent things that are broken, that are patched back up, and the thought that if you put enough care and love into something that's broken, it will come out much more beautiful.
That's my.
But I don't believe it. That's why I said I won't be in
okay.
this instance. That's
In
why
this
I said I won't
Ghana.
be
But-
philosophical.
But I think I am rather in love with your philosophy.
I figured.
I know. I'm not that much of an open book, but it's because, well, indeed, like paper once is crumbled, like this tissue that I'm holding. When you straighten it, regardless of what you do, it can never come back to its original shape as a paper. Even if you use a hot iron or a steam iron, whatever, to iron it out, you might still have creases on the molds. But however, I don't believe in throwing away the baby with the bath water. I believe something must happen for a kind of cheating to go on. Unless, of course, the person is a proven Casanova. In case of a man, I don't know the opposite for a woman.
Casanova.
Wow.
Never mind.
Okay, so it's like he's in the habit of jumping from one woman to the
Another.
other.
So a
And he's-
serial cheater. That's what they are called.
Yes.
Serial cheaters. Okay.
Okay. So unless, of course, the person is that, and the person became that after your union was consolidated, then that one, I think, there is no explanation good enough to make you want to make it work. But if probably both of you were having challenges some sort, or something happened, and communication wasn't going on well, people were seeking emotional comforts and other things. And I know cheating is not an event, it's a process though, but it's finally ended up having your partner being emotionally attached to somebody, or even going to the extent of sleeping with the person or something. And he recognizes that, well, I think I overstepped my bounds, and he apologizes and he shows true remorse. Yes, it will hurt. You'll be disappointed, but I believe in the philosophy you just gave. You can patch it up with gold. Yes, the broken parts will be there for you to remind yourself day in and day out to work at it, but you can patch it up with gold. I believe in that.
Okay. So I think we've kind of established that you guys are kind of disagreeing,
Yeah, sure.
even on the fundamental.
Yes.
So I think this is how we should progress. I think that Isinam, you should tell us in your arguments how it is difficult to regain the trust, or why it is difficult. And then Adipa can focus in on why it is possible.
Why it's
So that
possible.
at the end of the conversation, somebody who's listening who wants to make a decision
Right, can
will be
look
able
up
to say that, these are the
based
pros,
on
these are the
yeah,
cons, based on
exactly,
that.
exactly.
So earlier on, when we're having this discussion on our group page, Aram raised the issue of the fundamental question of why did this person cheat, as a prelude to then being able to decide
Whether or not
exactly.
you can
So
gain
does
back
it
the
matter
trust.
what the cause of the infidelity was?
See, that is why I say it's not possible to gain back the trust, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, because the process between you being in a relationship and you cheating, there are a series of decisions you had to make. You had to have made series of bad decisions that led to the point where you got caught. And most often people, it's called cheating because it is done in secret and people are usually caught. People rarely confess to cheating. Okay, or they can come up and say, I got emotionally attracted to somebody else, but I think I held myself and I didn't do it. That's not, you've probably gone just half the way. You've not gone all out. But then the extent of going all out, it should have taken so many steps, so many conversations, meetups, and in the case where it's a sexual event that happens, you look past the stage of removing your clothes. You went past the stage of asking if the person has a condom. You got through
There were so many moments
where you could have stopped yourself. There were so many obstacles, there were so many cocks that you willingly in your mind pushed aside to go ahead to engage. And that's how come I feel like it's not possible to gain back the trust, because I'll think about all these things. But me as a human being, I think about all these things that happened that led you to, or that led to that incident happening. And also, that cheating also comes with lies.
Yeah.
Right? Cheating comes along with lies. I won't be able to trust you back again. Like, how do I know that what you're saying is true? Because when I thought you were with me, you were doing something with somebody
because
else.
definitely you had to explain that those
Exactly. The moments of absence.
that you had disappeared.
Exactly. And you could have told me a lie. Oh, I went to meet my parents, or I went to have
Visit
a
my
business
best friend.
meeting. I went to visit my best friend. Something should have happened. And you'd lie to me about it. And you'd keep telling me things to cover up that lie. And even when I was paranoid, or I had an idea on maybe something is going on and I feel it intuitively and I ask you,
Yeah.
you're likely to lie about it.
Yeah.
And so all these things leads me to feel like, nah, this person is going to keep lying to me. They're going to keep cheating on me. And I can't just bring myself to just trust the person back again.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. What do you say? What sayest thou?
So, in the Bible, the Israelites were mostly referred to by God as adulterers. You infidels. God felt that way. He felt his love, the love of his life. The Israelites abandon him. They don't communicate, and they chase after other things. But what is God's position? He stays. I am not saying we are God, but I'm also saying that afterwards, Jesus came to say that Moses told you people that when a woman commits adultery, give her a certificate and let her go. But I bring you a new law. If you can, retain her. That is, if you can, retain her. But if you don't, let her go. But if you go, this and this and this. Okay. I am coming from that point of view that we are all human. Indeed, I have already indicated that it is not an event. It just doesn't happen. You make investments in the person. Whichever kind of investment. It can be as little as a fingertip or as huge as the studio. But whatever it is, you make an investment in the other person before a kind of cheating can happen. But I'm also saying that the dynamics in people's homes, in people's relationships differ. And sometimes, Aram said on the page, and you know my response afterwards, sometimes things don't go as planned. So people are emotionally detached from themselves to the point that even though they are living in the same house or on the same compound, they don't even have feelings for each other anymore. At that point, there is a crack in the relationship already. And so, as human as we are, I'm just looking at human nature. You might want to find comfort. So, probably not intentional.
Find comfort in Jesus.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Find comfort in Jesus.
Yes.
Go and
Because
hug your Bible.
How
Can
do
you
go and
ladies
find?
allow
No, we can't
me?
allow you. How do you go and find comfort
dear.
and then create a situation that makes your comfortlessness even worse?
Worse. Okay. So I am saying that
Call your pastor.
Thank you.
the person,
Call the head of the
let's
intercessors.
just say that it has happened. The person is back saying, okay, so this and this and this led to it. See, I know I didn't do well, but I am sorry. I think a lot more considerations goes in rather than packing bag and baggage.
Do you feel like the biggest fear or the biggest reason why people don't want to forgive infidelity, sometimes it's not so much the past act, but the element of doubts and the future, the possible future reoccurrence? Because
True.
when something has happened in the past, you're like, okay, it has happened. You are sitting in front of me. In this moment, it may be fine because you are here.
Yes.
But every time you step out of the door,
Exactly.
I don't know where you are going.
It is the constant fear.
Yeah.
It is
it's
the fear that
constant
keeps
fear.
ringing in your mind.
That is because, names, we are human. You see, we are human. And I am saying that if somebody comes clean with you, yes, it is a cracked pot.
So let me clarify. Are you saying that there's even a difference in how you approach it, whether you catch, if I caught you the way we'll treat it is different from if you confessed?
For me,
Because you just said if the person comes clean. So what if they didn't come clean and
You
them?
caught them in the act.
Or outside of the act, but you still caught
We
them.
caught
Then
them.
what?
then still some kind of discussion must go on. Because, see, Animwaa, as I've already indicated, I don't believe in throwing away the baby with the bathwater.
The baby is dead.
So
The bathwater will smell.
but what I guess what I'm saying is not that totally there would be no conversation. I don't think that I'm saying that once you cheat, then pack your bags and go home. I'm saying that I'd want to understand what exactly happened. Obviously, there'd be a conversation. However, I don't think that it is possible for me to trust you back to reach the same level of trust. It's like we were accelerating and then we got to a certain level, we got to 180, and then we stopped all of a sudden. We've reduced the momentum, we've diminished the speed at which we were going.
Added an extra body to the car.
Exactly, we made the car
weight
heavier.
Will affect speed, velocity,
And so it's not possible. I don't see a world where it should be easy to gain back the trust.
I don't
Unless
think
time.
I'm not
It's
saying
easy.
it's easy. No, I'm not talking about
You're saying
it
some
being
people
easy.
are worth it. It's worth trying for.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you say in all cases or in some?
So I started by
Apart from the
saying that,
serial cheaters.
yes, if the person is not continuously doing it and saying sorry, but let's just say you even caught the person, okay, but there is proper closure and the person is asking for your trust back, I know definitely that it will not add up to 100%. There is no way you can completely give your trust to the person, because yes, then the what ifs always plays out. It's like, what if I invest all my love in this person and then he later tramples on it again, he or she later tramples on it again? That question will consistently be on your mind, I guess. So that you will ask that, hey, can I do this again with him? Okay, but I am saying that it doesn't mean that, oh, after the discussion, yes, I cannot trust you again. So no. See, you can still patch up with gold. I love the analogy. You can still patch up with gold. You can still patch up better to the point that the water will not seep. Though it will be a mixture of both gold and clay, sort of. But it will still remain and still hold water.
Adepa, imagine that you have a union. You have a union with somebody that you are so open and so you know the liberties you've given this person, that I am the type of person, I'll do anything with you. I'm willing to go all out with you. And even if you see somebody that you think you're interested in, whatever it is, I'm there for you. If we are having challenges, wasn't I worth fixing it rather than going to seek solace in somebody else? Like, wasn't the union worth something to you? Didn't the relationship mean anything to you for you to have gone to do this thing or participate in this act? For whatever reason there was, I think that you could have held yourself. I think you could have spoken about it. I think that there were so many things you could have done right to not get to the point where you cheat on me. Do you get it? Like, cheating is like you have betrayed the union. What we had, you've, excuse my language, pissed all over it.
One of the most painful things I think about cheating is it makes you question cheat on you is two things. You can either let him go or you can accept that the potential loss of you may bring him to a realization that he may never have had, and you may be letting go a better man after he has changed, after the cheating. My question to Steve Harvey, if he's listening,
And to me,
Wow.
is because I'm on his side.
Big dreams.
I'm done. I know, right? But you've done. I've forgotten the question. Okay. My question to Steve Harvey is that is my anxiety, my panic attacks, my fear
Tears.
and tear every time he is leaving the house, is it worth the price of a better man?
Exactly.
That's the question. Or the price of a better woman. To say that, oh, I needed to almost lose you for me to become a better person. But the person that you have created in me by what you did to me, which made you a better person, is that price worth keeping you?
I don't think so.
Because at the point, this question is for you. When you are cheated on and you say, oh, I want to forgive and I want to forgive, what about the cost to yourself?
So for me, you can't count the cost. You can't measure it. If it should happen, I will question a lot of things. I can't,
including yourself.
Yes, I'll question a lot of things. So I don't think that you can count the cost. No, the value far outweighs anything. But I am saying that you can still give love a chance. That is if you have the capacity to.
Then there's a question of capacity.
Yes, if you have the capacity to. See, I agree with Steve Harvey somehow, because sometimes your woman is good or your man is good. So yes, it wasn't an event. It was a process, and it has ended up in a particular circumstance. Whether he or she came clean or whether he or she was caught. Whatever it is still out there. I believe that you can still give love a chance. I have already said that it's your trust level, as Isinam said, may drop from the speed of 180 to maybe 60, maybe
to
half.
0.
Well, you are the extremist. I don't want to mind you, but it will drop. It will not be the same. But I believe that there are other things that should be considered before a final decision of whether to stay or to leave is made. Trust, like paper, may never lose its creases once it's folded, but you can straighten up. And I am saying that yes, you in fact, I'm sure you even question your own personal values, whether you are sane to even say that I'm giving this person a second chance.
Am I good enough? What did I do wrong? Why
was
I not enough?
That I know may be the question. It's like, then I'm yeah. You see, but I believe that when the person comes and gives you a kind of closure, I think I'm just perceiving that what will make the pain more severe and then may prevent you from forgiving and rebuilding a kind of trust is when there is no closure.
I've been cheated on, and there was closure, there was begging, there was I'll never do this again, there was I love you more now. It didn't touch the pain. It didn't touch it.
Well, that's why I'm saying that it's about personal capacities.
And at the part, forget even the immediate problems. As human as we are, some of us can be cantankerous. Like some of us, we like to we can hold on to things and never let go. And especially
why did you put 3 sugars in my tea instead of 2? You want me
to die. You want me
die,
to
so that you what my father left.
So that you go back to the girl that you cheated on me with.
Then there's that side too.
Yeah, so everything now becomes about the cheating. Your lives as you knew it is no longer the same. It's like having surgery. Your body is no longer the same.
It's like having a baby. Your body is never the same. Yeah.
So everything has changed. Now, any small thing, the references will be, is that why you cheated on me? Or was she this? Or was he that? Exactly. And in fact, someone told me that men have even a more vivid memory. Theirs is not even why did you go and love somebody, but they try to picture how you were. For example, if it was a sexual infidelity, how you were with them. Were you the same with the guy?
Yeah.
They try to.
But women do that too. You want to know, is this how you
Is this
did
how
you,
you
like,
you did this, you did that? Did you do this to her? Did you do that to her? They start to imagine so many things. Humans as we are, our imaginations can run really,
Yeah.
really wild.
Yeah.
Imagine torturing yourself with these things for the rest of your life. Any small thing, in fact, the fights you will be having constantly towards the end of your union, whatever, I see it will end someday. It may not be directly the cause. It may not be the remote cause or the immediate cause, but it may be the
indirect?
remote.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It
At
may be
some
the
point it
remote
will.
cause. You'll be fighting over random things. You think that really we're just fighting over a box of sugar that he left, that ants came over it. But really, the
That's what you
anger.
did to my heart. You left it's outside and the ants came on it, and you decide that you're going to eat somebody else's sugar because they're ants, and then it becomes a fight. Why are you looking at my face?
You fight over so many things, but really the problem is that you never got past the fact that they cheated on you.
Okay, so we've used the first 30 minutes to establish why you shouldn't forgive and why you should forgive. But the show is actually, how do you gain your partner's trust back after cheating? So let's say that you decide that
To do it.
I love you. My sky is so black without you, and regardless of how much pain you've put me in, the thought of living without you makes me bleed.
Wow.
I have insomnia. I can't sleep.
You're the only mosquito in
I
my
can't
net.
eat.
Bite me.
I can't do
Bite me.
exactly.
Bite me.
So at that point, okay, what would it take? Let me start with you, Esinam. What would it take for a partner that you've decided, okay, you cheated, I'm gonna let it go? What would it take for them to regain your trust? So let's shift a little bit from you will never regain.
I think that communicating, talking about everything. And when I say everything, any and everything, because then I work a lot with information. If and it influences my decisions, especially when you say exactly how you're feeling, or you expressly talk about what exactly is going on in your mind. So I think that constant communication is one way to get back, and of course honesty, like just being plain old
About
honest.
the cheating? Or
Yeah,
just
about the
everything?
cheating, what exactly happened, and then moving forward, be honest. Let me see honesty in everything you're doing. Let me not have to push you for information. Let me not have to push you before you say something. Like you went somewhere, volunteer the information. Oh, babe, do you know that I went to this place and I saw this person, and that is you volunteering the information, that I don't have to push you to say it. That will make me know that, okay, he's opening up more, she's opening up more, and I'm likely to start trusting them back again because they're being honest.
So Pastor, I think it's Chris Okonkwo. He's a Nigerian. He and his wife are marriage counselors. They're on TikTok, and he was talking about this thing. And he was like, if you've cheated on your wife when she's caught you, when you leave the house, just call her on video chat. Let's just let the video be on. Like, hello, hi, oh hi, I miss you. I'm with my boy. So here's Ken. Here's this. Here's this. We are sitting at the bar. You show her the picture of the bar that you are. We are drinking 2 beers, 2 cokes. Here we are. So I'm just going to leave the video on here. I'm muting it because I'm sure you don't want us to disturb it. Just leave the phone there and let. That's a lot of work. Are we willing to do that?
It is.
Your life is under a microscope now. Every move of yours.
Yes. Yeah. That's what's gotta take. That's the price you have to pay.
It is. It is a lot of work. I can perceive it to be a lot of work. But
there you are perceptioning. Everything is perceiving.
Not be small perceiving.
I'm telling you.
So I am saying that first, for me, if you did that, I would want a closure. What did I do wrong? I would want you to answer that question honestly. Tell me what I did that made you step out. Wasn't I?
To be because you did
Yes.
No, but I'm
It's
sure.
not you.
Okay, so if it is not me, then in that discussion, tell me that Adepa, it wasn't about you. Probably I was selfish or something. But I just need to know. In negligence, they will say contributory negligence. You were part of it. Like I had no part.
Lawful.
Me pacho.
couldn't resist.
She couldn't. She just couldn't.
But I am saying that I need to know whether I contributed to the act. Give me closure. That is the first thing. The second thing is that turn on a new leaf. Let me know that you are willing to now reinvest that energy back into the relationship.
Not
that,
just by what you say, but what you do as well.
Yes, that's why I'm saying that turn on a new leaf.
Yep.
Let me see that you are virtually, turning on a new leaf. You are evolving from being that other person to a new. I know you cannot be the same person I initially met and trusted, but let me see that there is an effort from you of some sort.
To change or to be a better liar?
No, not to change or be a better liar.
Animwaa,
see, we can't classify. I don't want us to put everybody or generalize it. All right. It is difficult, but I don't want us to generalize it. I'm saying that somebody may have cheated, but the person is truly and really sorry about it.
About being caught or about the cheat?
Exactly. That's
About
one
both.
self day.
And these are questions. These are legit.
If you are sorry
They are
about
legit.
being
They are
caught,
legit.
then you're not sorry.
No, see. So we are talking about how to regain.
I want to ask you something. This is the last question, I promise. So the reason I'm asking that, are you sorry about being caught or are you sorry about what you did, is that what if you cheated 3 months ago? And then I find out 3 months later, then you are all of these things. Are you all of these things because I have found out, or is your remorse in the fact that 3 months ago you cheated? Because I find that in infidelity, a lot of the remorse is from the fact that
They
you
were caught.
It is very rare that you will find a man or a woman come and sit in front of their partner and say, babe, I know I've been perfect to you for the past 6 months, but I've been having an affair for the past 2 months, even though you have no clue. But I realize I am wrong. Do you like this one? You're putting yourself in the oil all by yourself. That's completely different.
They will never do it.
Don't put yourself in the oil, or don't confess or what. No, but do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
Which is what makes the forgiveness difficult. Is it
Yeah,
because,
it's see, I have,
you just overlook all those things
and
you say
so
that.
I have already talked about capacity. We can never do anything on our own and with our own strength. In all honesty, if you leave me probably in such a situation, I think I might go stark mad. But that is why you have to fall on your support system. Okay, I would say that in evolving or in turning on a new leaf, please make sure that some mutual parties of ours know some sort. Okay, there must be some kind of counseling. The other person who's willing to let it go must not just say, oh, it's not gone. There should be counseling. That is also another possibility.
I mean, when we're having the conversation earlier on, that came up.
Yeah. That came up on the platform, though. But yes, that's a real possibility, because you see, I'm thinking about that now, because it hurts.
Like, you do me, I do you.
Man, no go vex.
Hey.
No, I'm
Revenge
asking.
cheating is not a good idea.
No, I'm asking.
No,
because
it's
we're talking about gaining the trust back, and we have to explore all the.
Yeah, but I am of the opinion that you can work at it. One, he should give you closure. Two, I agree with Isinam that you have to volunteer information. I shouldn't search for it. Okay, you can't possibly say you are here when you are not. You should keep me in the loop. It should be open. Okay, you should be able to tell me X, Y, Z. All right. When you are tripping, you should be able to tell me that I think I'm tripping.
You're tripping to where? Oh, tripping, whatever.
But as your emotions is I should be able to know. I mean,
to where? Kikain to where? I don't understand. The emotions are kikain to where?
Kikain to some
You know
that.
that.
No, but I am saying that be completely open to the other party, because it's the other.
Like, you cheated, I forgave. Then come and tell out you've seen a girl you like.
Oh no. But whatever your state of mind is, let me know. I mean, when you are
True.
quiet, I should
True.
know why. That's what I mean to
Exactly.
say. If you are so
I
moody
agree.
and quiet, I should know why you are
If
moody and
maybe
quiet.
they don't want to lose you, but the reasons for them cheating or the reasons they felt it was justified for them cheating still exists, but they don't want to lose the union. So that conversation is necessary. That openness is necessary.
You have to
That's
be
how
open.
you
different
feeling?
from I'm going to start sharing my temptations with you.
Right.
But you have to.
Well, for me, I was going to say that I look at happenings through my own lens. So somebody's behavior, I try to interpret it. If it was me, what would I do? You know, and I know that for me as a human being, at the point where I cheat on you, I should have lost interest totally to even consider cheating on you. Do you get it? If I ever cheat on you, or if I ever cheated on you, then I was really tired. Like, then I was done. I was done in my mind. They were in my headspace. We weren't together. So sometimes I feel like that's what the other person is also thinking. That the person is also feeling the same. That they are done. That they were. Because you can't tell me that you are still with me. You still want me, you still want this relationship, and you still go ahead to cheat. That I can never understand. I'm sorry, but I can never understand that. Unless in your mind you were done with me, then let's have the conversation of being done. But you can't say that you're still together with me, we're together, we're having this relationship, and yet you go ahead to be with another person. I'm sorry, no.
Okay. What do you think?
It's difficult. I won't lie about it, that it won't be an easy decision to take, because perspectives and emotions run really wild when such things happen, and it won't be easy. But I would say that there might be more considerations other than emotions and feelings.
Like what?
So, okay. So I was having this conversation with Isinam before we came into the studio, that if there are children, I wouldn't want my kids probably to be raised in a broken home. I wouldn't want another woman to take over my responsibilities of taking care of them.
Okay, so the counter arguments for that.
So it becomes a compelling reason
I again
to let it go.
It becomes an excuse for apologists.
It becomes I would disagree with that, because having children in a home that's dysfunctional is way worse than teaching them to adjust to managing two homes. My parents were divorced, so I remember what it was like shuffling between my father and my dad. My kids now shuffle between, my ex-husband and my home. I remember myself, and I look at them, and I know that it was better for me to have my parents apart and not fighting, than to sleep every night hearing them fight and seeing the fights, seeing how they would hurt each other, the names they would call each other. That scarred me way more than having my dad in one place and my mom in another place. So I don't know whether, it's a good reason now to say that, okay, because of the kids, we're going to hate each other but stay together. Unless we are saying that, okay, we are really going to fix this.
Yes, that is the point at which I am coming from. That at that point, there is a commitment that we have to fix this.
Well, what if the kids what if it's not enough? Like, I know, okay, you're asking me to fix this for the kids, right? So that they can have
not
a stable...
you fix it. It's let us.
The person who
fix it.
cheated, what are you fixing? You are being accountable. You are pretending to be good, or maybe you are actually really good. But the burden of the pain, the burden of the forgiveness,
a lot of the fixing is on the person who was cheated.
It's
on.
up to me not to bring it up all the time. It's up to me to be kind. It's up to me to be compassionate.
Yes.
It's up to me to not get territorial when you're on your phone.
Yes.
It's up to me not to have a panic attack when you step out of the house.
Yes.
A lot
But
of
if
the
you
work
have
is
the
up to
capacity to, and this is not difficult for you because you've seen it before, and your parents manage their separation quite well. But I can tell you for a fact as well that some separations are also quite detrimental to the children. And so sometimes it's better for one person, as the accounts will say, to put water in their mouths
And let me
and stay cool.
let me take this opportunity to say this. I have 2 kids being raised, as a result of the fact that I am divorced. And if you're listening to us and you have children, there is no reason why you should use your children as a weapon when your relationship is not working. So I know this has nothing to do with the topic, but if you are listening to us, especially, and a lot of time it's the women who do that. You won't let the kids see their father. You won't let the kids see their father. You're always talking badly about your spouse or your ex-spouse. Those scars remain forever. You don't want to do that. So if you're listening to us and you do that, can you please stop?
Already.
That already, yeah.
Yes.
That's just by the way.
Yes.
But yeah, go ahead.
Yes. So if you think that you being apart is going to hurt the children, I would easily give in. I'm talking about me personally, looking at my circumstance, that I would easily give in because I want them to be raised with their daddy. Yes. And I may, it may not be easy going through all the emotions of forgiveness, of patching up with gold so that it can still retain water and all. But I personally will put their interest way above. Yes.
For how long?
My personal. I believe that if you give love a chance, it can come back.
Okay.
I believe in giving love a chance.
Okay, so these are the things that we've talked about on how to get trust: transparency, communication,
exactly,
accountability,
yes,
therapy,
yes,
and counseling.
Yes.
Any more? Esinam, what would it take outside of these?
Just honesty and accountability. Just being plain old good person.
Should you cut off contact with the person that you cheated
with? Yes, please. I shouldn't have to say it at this point. Block the person, delete the number, unfriend them on Facebook. Yo, if you go back to go and have a conversation with the person, the message you sent is that you actually enjoyed what happened. You are not sorry. Because one of the ways to really show you are sorry is to cut off all ties with the person. And you there's no reason that justifies keeping them around. I don't think anything can make sense. No, please. If you didn't have a child with the person you cheated on, block them. Delete them from your life, because they are a constant reminder of your infidelity. And if you had a child, that's even worse, because the child is also a constant reminder of the infidelity.
Wow. What do you think about that?
Yes, for me, press the delete button on the other person, because Bebra ma and Kamane ma.
Thank you.
Understand? He or she is the reason why the relationship has come to this very point where we have to discuss trust. Okay, so please don't shove the person up my face every morning. Don't. I beg you.
Don't continue texting them and put the timer, delete timer thing on. Don't switch to a whole new social app platform that I'm
just
not
to
on,
chat
so
with
you
them.
can talk. Then what is the point?
What is the point? So press the delete button and let it stay deleted.
Thank you.
Because you want to say something?
I wanted to say something. Like there was in 2017, I think I was seeing someone, and I was somewhere, and I constantly kept asking them to come over where I was, and they kept giving me the excuse that it's too far, whatever. And then they ended up going to cheat with somebody in Kumasi.
No.
I was in Accra with you, asking you to come over to come see me. And your excuse was that it is too far. Where I am is too far. Then I find out that you went to visit somebody in Kumasi to cheat on me. Anyway, life is wicked, though. People are wicked, though.
Wow.
Nipa, you're bad.
Very.
I got Kumasi is, maybe it's not far.
You took car.
No, or maybe they went spiritually.
It may be.
So it was just Okay, so let me take a few of your messages at this point. It's 7:51. This is Strong and Sassy. If you just joined us, you've literally missed the whole show. But the good news is that we're live on Facebook, so you can always go back and watch that. Okay, so Afiba Pepe says we should also understand that some men don't cheat because they don't love you anymore, but out of an impulse, lust, or being seduced. It's not an excuse, but it actually happens. To cheat not because your partner did wrong or because you don't love them anymore. But the question on the other hand is, will it happen again? Marriage is about forgiveness many times over and over. Those married many years will tell you one person cheated at a point. The hope is that he or she who cheated repents. Okay. Wesley says, thanks for the insightful topic. This is very relatable to many couples in present day. Cheating renders a permanent scar, on the emotional bond between two people. Even if they can forgive, there's no way on earth that they're going to forget. Well, thank you, Wesley, for that. Kay in Tantra Hill says, really find comfort in Jesus and continue to endure the pain and stress after 9 years of sacrifice. Okay, I guess that's in response to my comments that if you need comfort, then find comfort in Jesus. Seriously, if my wedded wife won't warm my bed willingly, even after bouts of counseling and 12 years of sacrifice, and somebody else will, why should I care about being caught? I think that then maybe you should consider not being married to this person so that you can actually live out your life in freedom. And yes, I do know that, and I'm not like an advocate for divorce. And but the thing is that obviously in our African society, the way we view walking away from marriages makes it difficult. So we wear suffering as a badge of honor. I'm suffering in my marriage.
I've stayed with you.
My wife won't sleep with me for 12 years. We've gone for counseling, and she still won't, but I'm going to stay
because I'm the good person.
So maybe have an honest conversation with yourself, with your pastor, with God, and find a way. It's just one life. It's just one life. Good evening, sisters. My ex-girlfriend was a virgin when I met her. I never demanded to sleep with her. She then told me how another guy was trying so hard to woo her and how she kept rejecting him. One day, she called me with a strange number. And when I inquired about her location, she told me she was in the room of the same guy. I was very upset and angry with her. But when she showed remorse, I forgave her. About 3 months later, she called me and told me she lost her innocence. I asked her what happened, and she said she went to a party and she was drugged and raped. I asked her who did that bizarre thing, and to my surprise, she mentioned the same guy she told me about. I didn't believe her. I trusted her, but she betrayed me. I've forgiven her, but I couldn't date her anymore because she really shattered me. She was my first girlfriend. Because of that experience, I'm afraid to fall in love because I still fear that the same thing would happen to me. And that's John from Bando. I'm so sorry about that, John. It's a really difficult thing to go through. Cosby says, I think the character or personality of the person being cheated on will determine whether they would forgive you or not. Mind you, we react differently to the same thing. Some people are unforgiving. Others too will forgive, but that will end your journey with them. The persona and the personality will determine the aftermath. Forgiveness and reconciliation to come together. Forgiveness and going your separate ways, or going your separate ways to punish other for one's disloyalty. So those are your options, basically. Okay, thank you, Cosby. For that, depending on who is being asked, will determine whether infidelity can be forgiven or not. To some, infidelity is a big deal, red flag, and a non-negotiable. With such persons, it can't be forgiven, and to others, infidelity is something they can let go and continue the relationship. So it's really about the personalities involved. That said, trust is earned with deeds, actions, not words, and it takes a lot of hard work. Well, thank you for that, Nana Kwesi. Okay, so thank you all for your messages. This is the last one I'm going to take. My better half to be told me not to talk or chat with my exes. 3 months later, he saw one of my ex's picture. He said I'm cheating on him, so he doesn't trust me again. Is talking to your ex also part of cheating? I think when the person that you're with expresses concern about something, just out of respect, you
Yeah.
And exes, we talked about, no, it wasn't exes we talked about last week, it was best friends. But exes is always a problem. Lie, Momo. Like that, because you see that the sparks, they don't really never, they don't die. The slightest it will fire.
Yeah.
It is the one that will do the petekle in the fire.
Oh, God.
Like Momo.
Yeah, and the Bible does say that you shouldn't carry coal and put it inside
your
your
bosom.
breasts, because it will burn you. So
will.
yeah, okay. So we have about 4 minutes. Let me take your final thoughts on people who are trying to fix their relationships that have been ruined by one person's infidelity. Esinam, what would you say? Somebody who's really trying hard.
I think that you should have an honest conversation with yourself, whether or not you can, because like Adepa said, it's a matter of capacity. Some people can forgive and stay together. Some of us, we will forgive you, but pack and go. So decide for yourself which of the options works well for you, because like again has been said and reiterated several times here, we're all different and we react differently to things that happen. So make a decision that works best for you, because it's not a one size fits all. We're all different, and just because I may not be able to forgive and take the person back doesn't mean you shouldn't. Decide and then go for it.
Okay, Adepa.
So my position has been clear from the beginning. If you can, forgive.
Darling, forgive and forget.
Yes. But if you can, please forgive, because yes, you may be throwing away the baby.
I think it's more of either ways forgive. The decision is whether to stay or to go.
leave.
That's
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
forgiveness you have to.
Forgive
For
for your
yourself.
own good.
Yeah.
Yes, if
For
you
your own
can't
good.
stay, if you can fix it, like the analogy you gave, find some gold. If you can't find it, and fix the broken parts, at least for it to retain water. It won't. I don't think you will ever forget, because it might leave a scar on your memory.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, if you are willing to stay, then please make sure you are going the long haul to pacify the other party who's been hurt,
Yeah.
and to prove time and over again that you're a changed person.
I'm reminded of the words of the song Are Chitre.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try, but there's something about the fact that if it's the water that pours and the pot hasn't broken. Then you can fetch.
Yeah.
What I
but
get.
we are fixing it with gold.
I think
We are patching
ultimately,
it.
ultimately it's up to you to decide
Yeah.
if you can live with what infidelity will do to your relationship. But thank you for taking time out to listen to us. We're always grateful. I'm back again next week. And next week we're talking about submission. So that should be an interesting one. So make a date with us. 7 o'clock here on Joy 99.7 FM. I'm handing over to Maxwell Adbadba, who's bringing us the news. But a very big thank you to my producers, Abeku, Mirabel, Victor Brache, the rest of the team, Crispy, everybody in the back who makes it happen for us. All right, guys. So we'll be back next week. Take care.